Alright, so I'm going to go over some of the safety items I usually carry with me for any of my performances in case I have any tools that are getting hosed up or jacked up or anything like that. This is my great fix-it box. In here I've got elmers glue, Kevlar thread, I've also got some excess quicklinks, swivels, and most importantly, or secondly importantly, some Tapestry needles. For this, I also carry a pair of leather cutting shears, or any scissors will do. I'm going to show an example. This is a this is a juggling club I got from a friend that's pretty ate up. It needs to have the Kevlar replaced. But when you're getting ready to do a show, and if you hadn't had a chance to properly check your tools, you might have to do some quick fixes out on the field. This is a pretty extreme fix that this is going to need. So I figure this will be a good case in point. So the first thing you're going to do when you approach a tool and you see that it's starting to get frayed off or it's got any Kevlar hanging off, there's a couple of ways you can do it. First off, you want to take any of that loose Kevlar and get it down to a point where you can kind of stop it from fraying and trim off all of that excess. Second thing is, you just have to determine with this, I can either cut it off or I can stitch it. Normally I'll probably just cut this off because I'd be replacing this right away as soon as I got home. But for this instance, I'm going to show you how to do some quick stitches on this to kind of give it a quick fix. So you're just going to take Mr. Kevlar thread here, try to length of it off. Then I will tie the very end in a simple knot, like so, and pull it pretty tight. To that, I'm going to take the other end that is not knotted, and I'm going to use my smaller Tapestry needle here. Thread it through the eye hole, and just pull a couple inches off that I can hold on to. You're going to take one corner, one side of it. You want to feed this through. All you want to do is you want to get a start, so you just want to get a little ways in. Pull that through, and then when you get closer to the knot, loosen up the threads and just go between some of those. Your Kevlar thread usually has 3 strands on it, or 6 strands I guess, because they're all doubles. But pull that tight. And then I'm going to go through one more time, just kind of give it something to sink onto. Now again, this is all quick fix stuff, so it's, stuff you usually want to do. For that, you want to start fairly close to where you have the thread coming out. The less exposed thread you have, the easier it's going to hold. You want to go back in fairly close to where you came out, as you can see here. That way it has just enough Kevlar to hold on to. But after you get it linked back on, it disappears. I'm just going to do some stitches because normally I keep them pretty close, just back and back, back and forth, back and forth. But for this example, I'm not going to make this near as good because, as I said, I'm actually going to be replacing this one before I burn it. The state of it made it really good to use in this case. Get to the end, should have fairly firm. Even just that quick fix I did there is going to keep that Kevlar on for a couple of burns at the very least. What you're going to do is you're going to feed it back out. You want to feed it back into a spot that's fairly near the center, or at least where you have a whole bunch of good Kevlar. You don't want to come out near the end. And that's because the way we're going to knot this off is I'm going to loop it right back through, but just like a strand or two here. Okay, then I've got a hoop right here. I'm going to pull this thread through that hoop, pull it tight, the knot. I'm going to do that one more time, pulling it through, and then I'm going to take the needle and feed it through that hoop and pull it tight. Now I'm going to sink that back in fairly close, that way I can try to keep that Kevlar thread not from being too exposed. There you go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed the needle in, and I'm just going to go about as far as I can. Pull the thread out, snip it off. That extra bit is just to kind of give it a lot that it has to work out before it can even start to expose that knot. So that's a quick stitch. After that, elmers glue is your save-all. It's what I would use along these fringe areas. Any part you glue isn't going to let fuel out, so it's not like something where you want to cake it all over. But you can just take some elmers glue here, just kind of smear around the edge here. Basically what happens is when it burns, it cakes and kind of becomes like a solid, surface that keeps all of this from coming apart. It's not a permanent solution by any means. Elmer's is not. It will only last for 5, 10, 15 burns before it actually starts to come apart again. If you have to do something more permanent, you can use a lot of the different epoxies, like 15-minute epoxies. Any that are made for really high heat will do really well, and those will last forever. Yeah, just give that about 10 minutes to dry, and then you can burn it. So that's how you quick fix tools, and it's definitely something you want to carry in your toolbox. And that's it.